I'm Lonnie, the theater lady, and this is Mike Buzzelli, my friend that I've missed because we've been seeing things separately, but we finally got to do something together again.
Oh, we did.
And we saw Tribes at the City Theater, which
You are correct, ma'am.
Yes, indeed we did, by Nina Raine.
Nina Raine?
Who is a British playwright, director.
Yes.
And
Very British.
Very. And the play was very British.
Yes.
And the actors all had very British accents.
Good ones, though. I mean, they did a really good job with their British accents. I despise going to a show and not everybody's doing the same accent. They were all doing the same accent.
They definitely were.
Yeah, well, that was good.
And this play opened in London in 2010.
I did not know that.
And was nominated for the Olivier Award for Best Play that year.
Oh.
And I know you're impressed when a play gets awards. And then it came
It just matters to me if I like it. I don't care if it wins an award or not.
I know you don't. I do. So anyway, it came to New York in 2010 and had great success and won the Drama Critics Circle Award for Best Foreign Play that year. The director, who was Stuart Carden, CMU grad, and has directed many things here in Pittsburgh and very successfully.
Oh, yes.
And then the set.
I loved the set.
What I liked about it, the parents in the play, in this wonderful family, the tribe in the play.
Yes, the tribe refers to our connections, our tribal, like how we relate to each other.
Yes.
But anyway,
as families and religious groups and all those different ways. But the parents in the play played the mother and the father, who were, they told us over and over, they were 60 years old. We certainly know their ages. Remember they?
Oh, yeah, it was a little too much about...
We're 60. And that was John Judd.
Yes.
And Lori Clatcher, who was a Pittsburgh Post-Gazette Performer of the Year.
2009?
I get it confused if she was 2009 or 2011. But anyway, one of the 2 years. And
Robin Abramson.
Played one of the daughters.
Also.
That daughter.
Also a Pittsburgh Post-Gazette
Performer
of the Year.
So that gives you an idea of the quality of the actors.
They were really terrific.
Oh, Amanda Kearns.
Amanda Kearns was also in it. She had a very commanding presence. She had charisma. And when she comes on, the whole set shines when she shows up in the play. She's not in the first scene, she's in the second scene, but things really seemed, for me, don't really move until she shows up. And then I was like, I became more engaged in the play when she entered.
And I think part of that is because that charisma that she had, that the audience could feel, also was communicated to the other characters in the play, and then they became a little bit more alive, and they became their better selves in order to impress her.
They did behave better in front of her. Well, except for the father.
Well, he wouldn't behave well in front of anybody. He was
clearly.
But you didn't tell us about the plot.
It is a story, and I'm not sure. You keep saying Billy is the main character.
I felt as though he was.
I would say Dan was, but we can talk about that later. What I want to say is, it is a story about a family. There's a brother, and he is played by, his name is Billy, and he's played by Ted Cooley. Tad Cooley. And he plays the character was born deaf, Billy. And he can speak fairly well and interacts with the family, but from lip reading.
Right. Never taught sign language. Until he meets this beautiful Sylvia, played by Amanda Kearns, who is a woman who is going deaf. So she lives in both the hearing world and the deaf world as well. And their relationship begins. Alex Hoffler plays Dan, the brother. And there are times when I think this is Dan's story, and there are times I think it's Billy's story. I guess it's both, really. The ending is kind of nebulous.
But we won't. That's a spoiler.
Well,
now that's a spoiler.
Yeah, well,
That's a
you
spoiler.
thought it went one way, and I thought perhaps it was going another. So,
Right.
But that's what makes it interesting.
Right. So it
walk away
apparently it provoked some
will it go?
arguments in the parking lot. Well, we're not the only ones.
But the
Right.
one line from the play I really liked is when he had learned sign language and he was signing, and Amanda was interpreting for him from the sign language, telling his parents, and he said, with signs, "This is the first time you have ever listened to me, and I'm not speaking." I thought that was so powerful. Do you remember that?
I do. It was a very thought-provoking play, and there were some attitudinal adjustments I made in like, oh, that's interesting. I wonder if I behave as poorly in front of deaf people as they did.
Their family. Yeah.
And I kind of think, oh, maybe I have. And this is the only, I know a couple signs, but they're all dirty. Dirty.
Is this one dirty?
I don't know that one.
I don't either, but I think it means something. I'm not
I thought
sure.
that's hang loose.
Oh, maybe. How about...
I don't think it's a sign. Oh, the other one. I drive you crazy.
Well, no, that doesn't always work. You know, I cannot stand Les Mis, and that won so many awards.
Shh, it's not that bad.
Whatever. I won't. Don't you say it.
I wonder if anybody has as much fun as we do
I hope not.
when they're watching this.
I hope not. Seriously. Because if people were having more fun than we were, I'd be really ticked off.
You know it's going to show up in the outtakes, don't you?
No, it won't.